What is going on, my people? How you guys doing? Hope everything is well on your part. Just had a sick chest pump, a little tired, you know, because I'm still on medication, which is, I'll talk maybe on a different video, but for now, it's none of your business. So, I'm gonna talk about calisthenics and bodybuilding, what you want to do given different circumstances, and honestly, how far they're gonna take you, you know, compared to bodybuilding. So, without further ado, first I forgot. I'm gonna talk about individual genetics, how they will affect how big you gonna get from calisthenics, how hard you wanna train, and my experience with clients, because I'm not a newbie. I actually had clients who did calisthenics only and made some gains with it, and we'll find out in a moment what it was all about. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So, I can tell you right now that calisthenics is preferably for the upper body. If you want to develop your lower body, the best bang for your buck is gonna be joining an actual gym. So you want to squat, leg press, Bulgarian split squat, and all that good stuff, you know, to actually develop more mass in the lower body, because it's hard to overload the lower body on calisthenics. So in terms of, like if you're completely new, right? And you want to start with calisthenics, this is a good place to start, especially if you want to build up a habit of going to the gym and just training in general. But I can tell you that it's going to be way easier if you join the gym. It's going to require less work, less effort, less time on your part. So if you have a gym access, I would go with the gym personally. And honestly, calisthenics can give you a really great noob gains. You know, they can give you a good portion of the noob gains. Like straight up, I have some clients that managed to bench press 100 kilos and they never came into the gym even once. I mean, obviously they were in the gym a couple of times here and there, but they weren't training there consistently. So they gained all the muscle mass required to bench 100 kilos. They gained it from calisthenics only. As you can guys see, you can gain at least some noob gains, if not all of the noob gains, because kind of the cap of noob gains is 225 pounds for the bench press, or 100 kilos, around 100 kilos, something like that. So I also had some people who actually managed to only bench 185 pounds. So the range is going to be pretty big, you know, depending on the individual, what you can achieve, depending on your genetics. So yeah, it's going to be highly individual, how you respond to training, you know, and all that stuff. Because some people only manage to bench 185 while some other people can bench 225. So it's a huge difference. And I'm saying bench because you, as a complete beginner, you'll gain strength, a little bit of strength from the neurological adaptation from doing the exercise itself. So not as much from muscle mass, but the more advanced you get, it's gonna require more muscle mass to bench the given weight. So strength is correlated with muscle mass the more advanced you get. That's why I'm saying that. And it's also going to depend how hard you want to train. A lot of people that train with lots of volume and they train hard, like they train to failure or close to failure, like RPE 7 or 2 or 3 to 1 reps in reserve, or to complete failure. And it works because they get the most out of each set and they manage to actually progress and overload like that. And if you just kind of fluff and pump, you know, on calisthenics, you're gonna get some gains, but it's not gonna be nearly as much. You're not optimizing your time there. You wanna be putting as much effort as you can in each workout and, you know, stay focused. And it's also about how much volume you're willing to do, how much time you have. And if you're doing calisthenics, it's gonna be way easier on you. Like you can rest way less time and still manage to progress a lot. Let's say like 2 minutes between sets, to kind of get this metabolic fatigue in to actually grow. Because when you don't have access to weights, metabolic fatigue becomes more important. Yeah, metabolic fatigue becomes quite important, to be honest, when you're doing calisthenics and just body weight stuff, when you don't have access to just general weights. And it's also, yeah, like I said, how much volume you're willing to do. So you want to be doing at least 5 sets per muscle group to actually get a lot of growth. But ideally, if you're doing calisthenics only, what I have my clients do is like at least 15 sets, because they recover well from it. Like calisthenics, it's not weight. The recovery is just gonna be there when you don't train with heavy weights, you know. So, like I said, about 15 sets per muscle group per week. except for legs, like a lot of them don't manage not to train legs. It's really hard for them on their part to do it. So like 15 sets per week and keeping about 1 rep in reserve. And in terms of exercise selection, you want to be doing stuff for the upper body like dips, pull-ups, chin-ups, push-ups also. I mean, dips is just great chest builder, top to bottom chest builder, so it's quite good, you know. In terms of nutrition, honestly, if you're just getting started with the gym, you don't want to be, you want to take it one day at a time and one step at a time. Some people, they can get away with being really strict right away, which is fine, you know, like myself, for example. But a lot of people struggle, so I would recommend you to count protein and calories first, then start getting to the nitty-gritty stuff like macros later down the road. So, most bang for your buck, calories and protein, man. So, that's gonna be it, man. So, to conclude everything, guys, big part of how far you want to take it is up to you and up to your genetics, how hard you train, how much volume you're willing to do, how much time you're willing to put in. And yeah, you can make absolutely great gains for the upper body doing calisthenics only. It's not gonna be like next level, it's not gonna be impressive, but some people, some of my clients, they manage to actually get good results with it. So, individual genetics play a role, but it's also how hard you train, how close to failure you're willing to train, how far you're willing to take your training, you know? And make sure your nutrition is in check, you know? Don't try to slack off, and yeah, honestly, you'll probably gain a lot of muscle initially without crazy nutrition, but the more advanced you get, the more important it's gonna be. So, guys, thanks for watching. Leave those questions down below. The best question comments are gonna be turned into a video like this one. And yeah, stay blessed, stay buff, stay natty, and